Okay, here you go. Okay, sorry, I screwed up that one. We're with the Laurinda Peters and Associates team. Terrible. Fine.
Got it? All right.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Welcome to this week's Kline May Realty Showcase.
I'm Laurinda Peters, this is Keenan Moore, and we're with the Laurinda Peters and Associates team.
If you see anything on this week's show that interests you, feel free to contact one of us directly or reach out to one of our offices.
Thanks to our sponsors. Enjoy the show.
Bill and Lori, thanks again so much for just taking the time to share a little bit about your story. And as I was kind of getting ready for today, you know, it was fun to go back and reminisce about how we first met, and which actually wasn't, you know,
wasn't real estate related.
Wasn't real estate.
Right.
Yeah.
We met at a prayer breakfast, I believe, and then later on, we had a real estate need, and you were able to help us with that.
It worked out pretty well, and it was a really incredible house because it was an older home, but had a very modern kitchen, living room addition onto it.
Yeah, it was a unique property in a unique location, and when I say unique, you can substitute challenging, because it was 105 years old. We had remodeled the house in the 20 years that we had lived there extensively. We weren't expecting it to sell as quickly as it sold.
Of course, I was with a different company at that time, but it was 2016 when we did our first real estate deal together.
Right. And we quickly went from selling a home to having to buy a home.
Right.
In a very still at that time, it was a very challenging market. I think we entertained 3 different properties, if you recall. Got into kind of bidding wars on all 3. And got down to about 5 days of being homeless technically because of the closing of the house that we were selling, and weren't able to find a house in that short amount of time. And so you and your team assisted us in finding a home to lease for a few months.
Part of finding a home was Lori having some allergies and everything, so finding a home in Rockingham County, not next to a farm.
Was very hard in this area.
A little bit harder than you might imagine.
Yes.
But we even just found this one. And this house actually wasn't even on the market when we found it.
No.
Yes. You certainly did a great job of mitigating the stresses of real estate transactions, but I would think you would say that we were almost a case study in difficult real estate transactions. and you sold our home very quickly. We got in the market very short time frame, needed to find a home, and then the home that we signed the lease on to rent, we ended up purchasing that home.
And you were able to help someone that has special circumstances be able to do it.
Right.
So that was very important.
And then I got the opportunity to work with your family again just last year with your daughter and her husband.
Yes. Paul, you know you're a trusted advisor to our family, not only to Lori and I, but when our daughter and her husband decided to get in the market and buy their first home, we asked them to at least chat with you, and we appreciate what you guided them through that process. We stood back, as you know, we didn't want to be hover parents, so we stood back, but we knew they were in good hands in your leadership there.
And that's just, to me, that's the best compliment ever, is, you know, when someone trusts me with another member of their family, and so I really appreciate that.
You're stuck with us for life, Paul, I hope.
Hey, it's not being stuck, it's a privilege. I wouldn't have it any other way, so thank y'all so much.
I love my job because you get to help people complete one of their biggest dreams, which is owning a home. I think DCC is the best place for a mortgage because we are community-based, member-focused. Everybody works together, to make sure that every member is taken care of.
DCC is unique in that our whole operations team is here locally. Don't send your file to another state for it to be processed and underwritten there. You are working with somebody who's part of this community.
I'm Derek Flory with the Mountain Valley Homes team of Kline May Realty, and today we met at the Hub in downtown Stanton. This past year, we had our seller clients get to choose a charity they wanted to donate to when their home sold. And we had 3 different charities come up today. They are the Stanton Augusta Regional SPCA, Blue Ridge CASA, and the MOSBY Foundation.
My name's Sara Outler, and this is Shannon Taylor, and we're with the MOSBY Foundation. We help people pay for their dogs' medical bills when they can't afford it. No one expects their dogs to have a broken leg or to need a tumor removed, and we help with those expenses when they can't afford it. Derek approached me one day in the Hub and said that we had been chosen to get awards this year from their clients who choose us from a list of nonprofits, and we were thrilled because we love to have local support for our organization.
So my name is Casey and this is Angela, and we are at Blue Ridge CASA for Children. That stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates. So we advocate for children who have been abused and or neglected. The majority of the children that we serve are in the foster care system.
So a judge will appoint us if they feel that a child's case needs a special independent advocate to speak on the child's behalf. So we work with the Department of Social Services, with the medical team, anyone who's in that child's life. We're learning all about the child and trying to get the right services in place so the child can stabilize and eventually be in a permanent, stable home.
My name is Debbie K. Wood. I'm the Executive Director, and it's the Augusta Regional SPCA. It was really a surprise that we had been picked to be the charity. Any organization, especially nonprofit, especially with COVID, and especially with dealing with animals, everything is greatly appreciated and much needed.
So Kline May is very vested in the community. as am I myself and Mountain Valley Homes team. We want to give here locally to these charities, be part of the community, and as you saw these videos, I mean, it's all about the charity. It's not about us, and it's just a wonderful thing that we like to do.
I think Kline May does a fantastic job to supporting the local community and really understanding the needs of our area and what would help us succeed.
And we are a local thing, okay? And so people moving into this area, which Kline May would have a lot to do with that, right? And so they would see us and know that we're there. We're there for them as well as dogs across the nation too. So it's a good thing.
So it was very exciting that new homeowners chose our charity to donate to, which is exciting for us.
Getting the word out about what we do while still protecting the privacy of the children that we serve is a really, really difficult job. So anytime that someone has already heard about us, that in itself is at least half the battle.
Yeah, once people know who we are, they're excited to help because the mission is really important.
So when you do your work and you get rewarded by support of the community from folks you don't even know, then that shows us that we're sort of going in the right direction. Especially in these times with the financial burden on everyone, it is really a blessing, and we're very appreciative of the fact that these folks chose the SPCA.
Home buyers beware. That's Virginia's motto. So do not buy someone else's problems. Never skip the home inspection. Even if you're buying as is or FYI, for your own protection, get a home inspection from Aztec Home Inspections. We provide home buyers with thorough and informative home inspections, radon testing, and mold testing. Get protected during your home buying process. Know before you buy. Schedule online at aztechomeInsp.com.
How are you?
Good. Thanks for meeting me at Valley Pike.
Absolutely.
You want to head in and get something to eat?
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks for meeting me here today, Michelle. I love the Valley Pike Market.
I do too. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, it's so convenient because I'm down here in Augusta County and you're
it's
in
perfect.
Rockingham.
It's perfectly located.
It's a great place to send your clients too.
It's a nice place to meet clients, isn't it? You can have coffee or pick up a sandwich.
I love it. Have you ever tried their macaroni salad here?
I have not, and I was tempted.
It's to die for. It's one of my favorite things to order here. I could just eat a bowl of macaroni salad for lunch, I guarantee it.
It's so funny you say that because one of my good friends was recently craving macaroni salad, and this ended up being one that she did compliment. So I almost tried it for that reason, and it looks delicious.
What sandwich did you get?
So I did a build your own because I like spicy things. So that's one neat thing here. If I'm in the mood to just do exactly what I like turkey, cheese. The boar's head meat just does it for me. Any of it's delicious.
We always take home the cinnamon buns. They're made locally, and you can take them home and you just heat them up in the oven, and oh my gosh.
Have you ever tried the vanilla peaches?
No.
And they're jarred vanilla peaches? Oh, they're good.
Really?
They're really good.
They kind of scared me at first, but I'll have to try those. Yeah, I've met so many clients here. It's just such a good spot to meet people and talk. There's so many different spaces. Like, it's nice and quiet over here.
This is a perfect spot for Midway Augusta clients.
I know. Well, and I love to meet at coffee shops, but you know, not every time of day is good for coffee, but they have coffee here all the time. And yeah, normally I just go to like Starbucks or something in town, but
it's packed. It's always packed.
Always busy.
You don't have any privacy. You can't talk about anything really.
Real estate related, yeah. I think it just gives a really good like introduction for people out of the area too. We're right here off 81. Yes. We've got so many local products and vendors that they showcase here. I feel like every time I come, there's something new though to see or look at or buy.
Seriously.
Well, thanks so much, Michelle, for meeting me here at Valley Pike Farm Market. I always love getting to meet with you, and especially at such a great place like this.
Absolutely. You know, I always love to meet with you, and then when you said Valley Pike, that was the done deal.
Prowling isn't something to cry wolf about. With a Hawk security system, your home will howl, so you can deal with unwanted prowlers. Hawk Security will keep an eye on the creeps, so you can get your sleep.
First thing in the morning at 5 o'clock.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Mealtime.
Lunchtime.
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 That's it. You got it. That was it.
I'd have to say about 4 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Happy hour.
Early evening.
Evening.
Sunset.
Night.
Night.
When the lights go out.
That was it? That was the question?
We all want to give our kids the best of everything, the best nutrition, the best education, and the best place to grow up. Even the air they breathe. Lennox strives to provide the best air quality for your family's home, free of indoor air pollutants.
At Landis Heating and Air Conditioning, they can install a Lennox customized comfort system in your home. Let Landis sweat the details so you can relax in comfort. Call my friends at Landis Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Get up to $1,700 in rebates.
Thanks very much for watching this week's Kline May Realty Showcase. I hope you enjoyed it. We'd like to thank our sponsors, as always, and we hope to see you all next week.